I'm having a conversation with my mother about world events, and this is going to be a good one. All right. We were talking about Japan
Mhm.
and North Korea shooting or a missile, a testing missile over Japan.
Mhm.
And you were saying something to the effect that Japan shouldn't have to deal with that because they already had two bombs dropped on them about what 70 was that 70 years ago,
In 40, when was it? 40,
80 years ago.
44, 42, somewhere around there.
Okay, yeah, now you're right, you shouldn't have to, or they shouldn't have to deal with that threat.
No, because you're still recuperating. I mean, people are still suffering from that.
Radiation, most definitely. Radiation is something that's going to happen for a long time. Oh, and thank you, Dr. Oppenheimer, for being the doctor of death. Thank you.
Mm. Oh, I ain't thanking them.
Well, I'm just being facetious, Now, I mean, you're absolutely right, but what's going on is this. As we were talking about earlier, you have North Korea, they're saying you're human rights violations and you need to stop treating your people like this. And then you have North Korea saying, US, you're talking about human rights violations? Well, why don't you take the embargoes off of us and then
Exactly.
we won't have these issues? But the United States has a way of putting embargoes on people and then say, you see how you're treating your people, you're starving your people. Well, you stop the money from going in because you wanted to sanction them because they're not doing what they want, or North Korea is not doing what the US wants it to do. It's a sovereign land, and the US is trying to tell people this is what you're supposed to do because we say so.
Mm.
Now, you just like what they were doing in Cuba. But
Well,
go ahead.
would the guy take a vacation and say, "Oh, U.S., I need you to be the boss for a while because I got something else to do"?
Well, that is what the US has done. They
U.S.
go over there, and this country has a way of going in and saying this is what we want to do. But we got to keep in mind the United States is not a country, it's a corporation. It's run by corporations. So who was trying to do business with North Korea, and they're like, nah, that's okay. We don't want, no, we're fine.
Mm-mm-mm.
We're good. We're good.
Well, we got to worry too, because all them countries gonna get together and shoot bombs over and not over United States, in the United States.
Well, yeah. Due to my understanding, you have people in Pennsylvania and New York is trying to get ready for radiation, something of that sort. Um, to me, this is simply to me. One thing I know about governments is that okay, let me retract that. Let me back that up. Back that up. Back that up. One thing I know about governments is that they flex.
Mm.
Now, I think I think that there is more to it than meets the eye.
Right.
Now, you have North Korea flexing because you have the United States telling North Korea, you can't have a bomb because we say so. We can have all the bombs, but you can't.
Right.
North
Mm-mm.
Korea is like, I'm going to protect my people. And if I want to make a bomb, I'm going to make one. And I don't care what you say, think, or feel because that means nothing to me. Then the United States says, well, you have human rights issues and you need to do right by your people. North Korea is like, I'm looking across the pond and you're talking about me mistreating my people. Have you looked at your history? It's like with China.
Mhm.
when the U.S. went over to China, look. The U.S. has a lot of mess with it.
Yeah, who do you think?
When the
Who?
U.S. went over to China and tell China, you have human rights violations and you need this, you need that. The diplomats are talking, and then the Chinese just sat there, listened to everything. And the first thing what they said is, human rights violation. Uh, George Floyd,
Hmm.
George Floyd, and then he started naming all the black people
Right.
that were killed. And the diplomat just sat there and looked stupid. He was like, I don't know what to say. Like, don't chastise me
Right.
when you are worse.
And who do you think taught all those countries? The United States
Oh,
taught them.
okay. That is so true.
I
That
know.
that is so true. Now, one thing people don't want to think about is that the atrocities that happened in Germany was taught to them by the United States.
Exactly.
Germany knew nothing about no concentration camps until they learned it from the United States. And I tell people, look, concentration camps were started here in the United States. Do one favor, look up the Devil's Punch Bowl. And who were the first people in the concentration camps? And look at the people that were working the concentration camps.
Right.
There's a lot to it right there. Yeah,
Hmm.
most definitely. But
But they didn't know anything about chemical warfare either. United States taught them. All the countries.
yeah, you had these oh man, was it Bear? I think it was Bear. Bear Aspirin.
Hmm.
Well, Bear Aspirin was the company that made the gas
Mm.
to kill people. Yeah. And guess who was the person that was selling it and then became Pope?
Tell me Johnny Appleseed.
John, yep. John Paul, yep. Yes, he did. He was a salesman for Bear
Hmm.
that sold all that stuff
Hmm.
to the Germans for them to use on what happened in World War II. And then he ran straight to the church, and then at some point became Pope. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. You can't make it up.
And I know in them shots they come up with,
Hmm.
the vaccines that are so untried. And what do? Tell the people this is going to save your life.
Well, now, yeah, they tell it's going to save your life, but here's man. Oh my goodness.
After the United States made the damn germs, they made the virus.
Well, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
And
Because okay,
it then set it out on people like a damn mad Wolverine.
now what I find quite interesting is that they the Georgia Guidestone, the Georgia Guidestone said that we have to depopulate the earth down to 500 million people. Well, we
Right,
have look about what teetering 8 billion people.
right.
Now, they need a war. They need a war. And if you get people going confusing the masses saying, "Hey, over there in Russia, they're terrible. Over there in the US, they're terrible. Over there, pointing out all these governments, you have people say, at least I'm not them. Oh, at least I'm not Americans, or at least I'm not Russians, or at least I'm not this, I'm not that. But if you really want to get a good idea of what's really going on, look at the movie Swordfish. That tells a whole lot.
Swordfish.
Swordfish.
They need to go back to Soylent Green.
Hmm.
I
Mm.
don't know if you saw that movie.
I
And
heard
so
about.
many people saw the movie and did not know what they were watching. Oh my goodness.
What are you guys
Oh.
You
talking
have
about?
to watch the whole movie so that you understand what it's all about. You have to do that.
Um,
I have seen that movie 2 or 3 times. Sometimes I sit here and I just turn it on. Say, why are you watching that old movie? Everybody needs to watch it. They need to know what's going on in the world.
Say it again.
Soylent Green, Charlton Heston is in it.
Mm.
what is that movie about?
Watch it and you'll see for yourself. I want everybody, I don't want to tell people. I want people to be able to watch it and to understand what it's about and how vicious these countries are and what they're doing to people.
Okay, I just never
And
heard
if
of
you
it.
don't participate, they can't do it.
Okay.
Mhm.
You need people to step back and say, no,
Mhm.
I'm not eating that stuff. Nope, I'm not taking that vaccine. I'm not taking your needles. I'm not taking any of that.
Okay, but also, what is swordfish? I've never heard of it.
Swordfish. It's a movie with John Travolta and Halle Berry.
It's
What is it
probably the
about?
same like Soylent Green. I
It's
haven't seen
more
it.
it's more giving the illusion of something actually happening.
If it's giving the illusion, believe me, it's happening.
Okay.
Now, what I find interesting is this: what's going on over there in Russia? There is so much propaganda now. Now, over in a country that I can't name next to Russia, there are no press. There's no press. All the information that's coming out is coming out from that country that I can't name. And they're giving all the information. This is happening, this happened, this happened. But over in Russia, you have all these journalists that are there reporting on what's going on. It's going to get very interesting because Russia has taken over certain areas in the country that I can't name. Now, I don't believe Russia would have done it. He would have stayed back if if they would have kept the Warsaw Pact agreement. The country that I can't name and Russia, Poland, and all these other countries were supposed to be neutral to keep capitalism or the US, NATO, capitalist countries from encroaching on near Russia.
Hmm.
Now, because the Soviet Union fell and Putin tried to become a part of NATO, NATO's like, no, 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 mm-mm, no. And he's like, well, okay, well, I'm going to try to play ball. I'm going to try to be a part, to be a team player.
Right.
But every time Putin did this or Russia did that, the other side were like, nope, you're not cool enough. We don't want you. And so now it's like, okay, back off.
Putin's trying to be like his name, Andrew the Great.
Mhm.
No, I don't think so. I
Well,
think, go ahead.
he wanted to conquer the world.
Mhm.
He tried his best.
No, that's not that. I don't think Putin is trying to conquer the world. I think Putin is just simply trying to be not be the odd man out. He's trying to be a part of the group, but the group don't want to be him to be a part of the group. The group is trying to take over him and say, "We want this and we're going to do this, but we want to do it without you. We want you out of the way and put our cronies in and run it the way we want it to. So we're going to take over your courtyard. We're going to put you out, and then we're going to put another empire in there that we want that would best serve us, not your people, but serve our people.
Hmm.
Sounds
Just
like high
as
school.
just as every other country has gone through. I mean, if you look at Haiti, you know what I'm talking about.
But I wanted to know who is Mola in the Bible.
We're talking about politics.
I know, but that's why I came out here. Who's Mola?
Moloch.
Moloch.
We're talking. I'm talking about that later. This is
You
politics.
can't mix
That's,
politics
You can't.
in
You
the
can't.
Bible.
Come on, leave
You
religions
can't
and
mix that.
politics.
that's why I came out here because I don't know how to spell it. When I did, it said
M
mullet.
O L L A C H.
It's
Mollach.
Mhm. Sorry about that. Yeah, but now Putin, what he did was after the areas that he pushed into the country I can't name, he held a referendum. That was smart. That was smart. He held a referendum in places to where there were fighting. Now, before Putin even went in there, Victoria Nuland, oh my goodness. Victoria Nuland and the CIA went up in there, destabilized the country I can't name, put black sites in there, and Putin saw what was going on. Said, "Oh no, 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 no! I know what you're trying to do." Because Putin was KGB, so it's not like you have the KGB and the CIA, two people of the same, you know. So then he's like, "Oh no, 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 no. Okay, I see what's going on. Let me go ahead and start taking back the areas. Let me push them back further and further because where you're at, Moscow's right here, and you're like right here. That's like what 3 hours? Oh no, 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 no! I know, no, 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 no. I know you're down there in Turkey. I know you're down there getting some drones and modifying it to put bullets and gas in there. I know what you're trying to do. It's not going to work. And that's when he started going in and the interesting part is how he did this. He took the land up here, and here, and made it look like um a kind of like a C type of thing. It looked like a crescent moon.
Like a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he said, okay, now I'm gonna do a referendum. The people voted to be a part of Russia. I mean, there was so much fighting that you only heard that the people that the country I can't name, and the ethnic Russians were being killed, were being bullied, all this other. I mean, it's just what it is. It is what it is. So now Putin's like, okay, now that I have a referendum, this is my land now. If anyone touches it, and whether if you like it or not, it doesn't matter if you like it or not. It's just what it is. Now he's saying, okay, now if anyone, I don't care who it is, touches this land, you're going to have to face Russia.
Right.
And what you see here, nah. This is just, and I know I'm like, no, 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 wait a minute. You can have people come in and go in there and give up arms and no, 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 no. I think I think I think Putin is just lulling them to sleep. That's what I think. You send in the people. I don't know. He probably no. I'm not gonna say that, but he sent in people. I guess maybe the middle military to push people back
Right.
and do whatever.
You're talking about the foot soldiers.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you haven't gotten to the real stuff
Right.
because Russia has nuclear weapons. They have other weapons that they've been working on, just like other countries do. Like we have this this war um, um, military machine to where you could be at a distance and send some kind of rays, and then you have people yakking.
Mm-hmm.
It's blah. I can imagine what they
Right.
have. So it's like I'm gonna show Quien es más macho. I'm gonna show what I have. I'm gonna show what I have, and it's gonna be like, oh, strike a military pose.
Right.
Oh, it's going to be something. And for me, I think I think there's going to be two winners. The first winner is the companies that that make this stuff.
Right.
Lockheed Martin. I know you're in this up to your eyeballs. And also the countries that have too many people.
Right.
So you just can't go and say, okay, you need to go because you're poor and you're a drain on the economy.
Right.
And and you're not trying to get an education and you're too busy eating chicken wings, macaroni and cheese, and doing a line dance.
And
And
getting
then you spend
fat.
all your time on TikTok doing videos and doing this. And you do it all over the world. You all do it. Okay. It's not just the United States, it's everywhere.
And believe me, it
And
is
it's like,
not funny, but you make it sound so humorous.
I'm,
You have to laugh.
I'm trying not to make it funny. It's serious. But you get a win-win situation. These war companies get their money, and then you get countries who get rid of the people that just are doing nothing. And you kill two birds with one stone.
Right.
Oh, that's sad. Mom,
Mm.
I I I I know that you don't remember, World War II, because you were born.
I was born in 42.
Yeah.
Right. I don't remember it. My mother had told me a lot of stories about it
Mhm.
because she worked for the Navy Department.
Oh, she did.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
She had a lot of friends in Washington and they all worked for the Navy Department.
Mhm. I gotta pick your brain on that. But we're gonna have a second part to this conversation.
Oh, okay.
This is a conversation with my mom, and I just thought I would, tape it so it would be a part of history. And I hope that this video doesn't get taken down because of me making reference to the country that I can't say the name or the people I can't say the name. But I hope you got something out of it. On that note, I want to thank all of you for, please like, subscribe, and thank you for stopping by.
Bye.